Alright, what's up, IC? It is Gingerpop doing your review. So this looks like it's Trio Scrims, okay? So, I picked this game out because it looks like it was your best game out of this VOD. Unfortunately, it looks like I skimmed through, like, it super quickly. It looks like the VOD ends at the very end. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it's okay. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and probably have the comms on a little bit for now. I'll turn them up later in the game, but we're going to just go ahead and probably skip through a lot of this early game because I saw you didn't fight for a while. So I'm going to keep it 2x speed, go to drop. So you guys are split, which is good. In trio scrims, especially with a drop like this, I'm glad you guys are split. This is really good. And you should come out of, if you loot this place and have good loadouts and good everything to be able to stay a little bit longer, you can leave here with insane amount of metal. Which is what you're aiming for, right? Like all this quick metal stuff, you need to be prioritizing. So, right now, not much is to be said. Let's go ahead and skip forward some. So you're rotating down. Someone needs to be hitting this. I don't know if it's your buddy. Yeah, it looks like your buddy's on the hill. Cool. So yeah, I think your mats could have been a little bit better coming out of there. Like even those wood fences, like make sure you're hitting all the wood fences, or I mean metal. Excuse me, all the metal fences. Those are just OP, right? Like, you'll get so much off of the metal fences, and it takes no time. So, just make sure at the drop spot you're prioritizing the hard mats at least. You don't need to get wood, you know? You can get wood literally whenever. Same with brick when you're on this side of the map. I mean, there's a ton of brick next to the river whenever you have to rotate in, so just make sure you're trying to farm a little bit extra metal while you can. Especially while you're here as well. Skipping forward. But you see what I mean? Like, your brick's insane. But I don't know about the rest of your teammates, but you could get so much brick, like, through here, through lazy and everything. So, that's just something to think about. Alright, so zone is really close. 58 players up. So, it's not a super stacked lobby, but it should slow down, right? This is probably zone rules. So, it should completely stop. Yeah, and because it's zone rules, you'll be able to loot all this for free. Let's go ahead and skip through it. I'm assuming it's zone rules at least. It probably is. They usually are. But that makes sense why you didn't farm all the metal there is just because, you know, you'll have all the lazy farm. So if it's tournament or something like that, you just have to think about, you know, this stuff isn't going to be here. And if it is here, it's not going to be free. There could be people in any of these buildings come up from any side of lazy and get on top of the building and get an early beam. You know, anything like that. So just keep that in mind when it's tournament. But yeah, I realize why you didn't farm any metal at first. And I get it. Just think about tournament though, you know, think about practice and everything like that as you do in a tournament. So moving forward, chilling again. I don't know if I'm skipping over when you're looking at the map, but I mean I just saw it there. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look if I can. Okay. So looking at this map, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about dead side, center, all this stuff. The reason what a lot of people make their rotation decisions on. Okay, so center is a really good spot whenever it's in weeping because you can easily take over all these houses. I mean, in trios you're obviously gonna get one house, so you're gonna get one house, but you can get any of these houses, completely take it over in wood, and it's fine to do it in wood because it's a big house. You don't need to be hard mats, and there's a lot of room. You need hard mats when there's not much room, but when you take over a house, you're fine. So something like that for weeping is really good. Now, whenever you're talking about dead side, always just look at agency and its opposite side. You know, it's opposite side of the center of the map, and that's just because, you know, more people are gonna have to be rotating in this way than they are this way. So dead side is slurpy side, agency side is contested side, weeping is center, which would be a good place. So now what you need to decide is, do we want to make a play for dead side? Do we want to make a play for center? You want to get away from congested. So what you can do with this zone is stay here on the top of the map, or the top of the mountain, and literally just chill, right? There's probably rocks over here, trees over here. You can just get up here, not do anything, and then play your next rotation very heavily and early. So if this zone closes and it goes on this side of the zone, here, let me pause it again, sorry. If it goes on this side of the zone, then you want to make that south side rotate. Don't fall down if you don't have to. You definitely do not want to. But if you have to, you can. It will LOS people around here if they're being crazy. But yeah, you make the south side rotate, try to get on the dead side and play it that way. If it's up here, you'd have an easy rotate in and you'd be on the mountain. So that's the rotate I would be doing right now. But these are always just things to think about, right? Dead side, center, get away from congested. And then playing edge zone is always good. In tournaments recently, eliminations have been super heavily kill based. So if you went like somewhere right here, and look for people to either cross the river, catch them swimming, anything like that, these could be really good kills to find and not get third partied, right? So if you need elims, you can play edge, stay on this mountain and just look down. Try to find early beams, stuff like that. So that's really how you're gonna play these early zones. Whoopsie. Here we go. Alright, so skipping forward, let's see what you guys eventually do. It's zone rules, so you're just probably going to run center. Yeah, that's pretty much what you guys are doing, and that's, that's par for the course when you're talking zone rules, so I completely understand it. Real quick, if you are going to build up, right now, I would go ahead and build up in wood, and wait the 20 seconds, right? Don't do anything crazy unless you have somewhere to refarm. It's zone rules, just wait the 20 seconds, see zone, and go from there, okay? This is going to be contested probably. I guess it's not, you guys are just chilling in it. So yeah, we're looking at next zone. It went back a little bit from you guys, which is okay. So now this is actually going to be the contested side. So you need to rotate, whoever pink or purple, I guess, is, you guys need to rotate literally ASAP. Actually, staying on the hill would have been really good, but hindsight's 2020, Anyways, you guys need to book it. If this was tournament, you'd book it and try to play. You realistically just want to go center here. If you can, go all the way. But there's, you want to get to the dead side without being greedy, right? This will be the dead side. This like southeastern part. But you don't want to be too greedy, take too many shield tags, blah blah blah. So probably you're looking for like a good. Probably like right here, this is center, and then these people that you saw before in the brick, they'll start shooting at you when you get about here because you have the LS of the mountain. So yeah, this rotate, you're probably going around center zone. Skipping ahead. Zone rules. See where you guys box up. Not a good spot, in my opinion. You can easily get more into zone, especially zone rules. If the reason you boxed up here was because there was a rock, you're in zone rules, you don't actually need to box up on the rock. You could have gone more in, but it's all good. But you see what I'm saying? Would have gone in a little bit more center. That's all. Skipping to the next zone. You got a drop on your guys' forehead. Yeah, so if you went center, it actually would have... Okay, so if I was calling for your team, I actually would have been like 900 IQ, I guess, this game. But it actually... Here, let me go back. It actually would have fallen on me like every time, which is crazy. But yeah, I think the center part of the last zone will make sense to you guys when reviewing this. And if you would have been there, you'd been in a really good spot, right? You would have been just center enough so that you can get half and half, but you would also be center enough so where you could easily rotate to the next ones. It just would have given you the best chances numbers wise. I think. Is this a normal game? Or am I losing my mind? Is everything just gonna keep going in center? Was this before trio? No, this is trio. Okay. My bad. I wasn't sure if this was like if you guys watched the ninja battles that were like alright. The ninja battles games that were on normal or normal trio, so there wasn't like arena stuff. That was funny. But yeah. I hope the rotation stuff makes sense. If you got just right here, if you're looking at the map, right here would have been perfect, So anyways, moving forward. Right now you guys are chilling. The loadouts could have been better. I guess this is what's happening when you land where you landed in trios. Kind of get it. I would do a little bit better of an idea of potential loot paths that aren't taken. So because you guys went lazy, you had to go lazy for mats. I get it. But you need to be thinking about other things to get loot. So something you can really think about is playing the water and getting fish next to lazy. But yeah, you guys need to find another loot path. You can't... Nice, good kill. Good pressure. Okay, so this is another good point actually about fishing. If you had a harpoon, that's all yours. You know what I mean? So if you guys add fishing to your strategy, it could be very beneficial. I think having somebody with a harpoon or with a fishing rod is insanely useful. In trios, fishing rod's pretty weak sometimes. You know, pretty bad. If you could take like any stacks of heals over it, just go for it. But harpoons are OP. You always want someone in trios to have a harpoon, in my opinion. This is a great example why. Also, you would have had better loot, right? If you had a harpoon, you had a fish, it would be better than bandages. Too many, so. Oh, that makes sense. You actually do have a guy with a fishing rod. This is good. So actually, I'm gonna turn up the comms now because you probably commed it for that guy. So.
180 in search.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can go for this all you want, right? This is free. Just open up a little window, throw it, walk to the side. Yeah, you're chilling. Okay, so there's no reason to have this all the way open. It's a little scary, but you're chilling. You could ask the guy for the AR if there's a better AR there, but don't get too greedy with the
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's unlucky.
I know, I peeked for 1 second. This kid just double dinked.
Yeah, you guys have a really big base. Hopefully the only reason you guys made such a big base... Oh, he did get the AR for you. Awesome. Hopefully the only reason you guys did make a big base was just because you were getting the extra mats and everything, so...
Watch your...
Oh, bless up with the zone. Okay. So...
We're chilling.
Okay, let me pause. I don't know why I didn't pause. What you're looking for now is... Where are you going to hold people? What's the best spot for you to hold people? Getting cones, be looking for information. All you want to do right now is find rotating kills, right? You're in zone, you're in a good spot, you're strictly looking for kills right now.
How much kills do you guys have?
I've got 1.
So like all of this like looking at each other business needs to stop. Yeah. See what Benji's doing is good.
Watch out, RPG.
Don't be in the same box. There's no reason to.
Those kids are
Just
aggro.
look out some roofs. You know, get information. Find people rotating that you can team spray. You know, like that guy. You guys could have been team spraying and you could have gotten that kill. You know what I mean? So,
David, that kid in the steel's
don't be in the same boxes unless you're calling for a spray. Be looking for as much info and as many kills as you possibly can. But right now, you guys are chilling, right? This is just like playing as perfectly as possible. Is what I'm saying. Like looking for all the information, this and that. So, you guys are chilling. You're doing fine. So zone starting to move, you're really going to want to look away from these guys. These guys are safe, okay? You don't need to worry about them unless they start pickaxing your boxes like psychos, you know? So let's look more to the east side of the zone. Communicate that. Let's look to the people rotating in. Maybe people that are going to be in the air, maybe people on the ground, you know? Just try to get good information. There's no real need to be building all this, but... it's fine because I know that guy. I know the teammate that you have over there is getting angles on the guy to your right, which is good. He's getting the information on the people that south rotating in, which is good. So, yep, fishing rod, good use. Yeah, don't go too crazy for this stuff. What the heck?
He's fine. No, Benji! I'm spraying them.
Yeah, way to help him, but there's no reason to do that.
Get up!
Alright, Benji's a beast. But yeah, there's no real reason. I don't know exactly what the comments were, but that's a bit of a force. It's a bit greedy, you know. So you guys actually got zone. If you guys are, instead of panicking, it feels a little panicky right now. If you guys are looking at zone, you actually have zone. Try to rotate now using the tarp you already have made and get early on zone, okay? So right now in trios, there's a tarper and then like a kill, like a limb guy and like a support guy, okay? The limb guy should be just using all the tarp to find kills. The support guy's playing with the kill guy, and the tarp guy's playing tarp. Okay? Hopefully that is the most basic way I could have put it. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, you guys would want to get early on zone right now. Nice. Looks like your boy's going right now. Really good tarp. Really good tarp. This is great. This is awesome. You've gotten 2 zones back to back, and it's been really, really good for you. So yeah, you guys need to use this tarp now. You have somebody, yep, free tarp. You have somebody to tarp for you. Use the tarp. Okay, so like use these ramps, right? Because normally people do this with tarps. They put a floor, wall, and a ramp to cover all the sides, right? If you edit that ramp and there's not a wall on the other side, you can see everything. Okay, edit that ramp. Look for information. Look for kills. If you're the guy, if you're the one looking for kills and you're the killer player on your team, you need to just be doing everything you can to find kills, find picks, get information, all that stuff right now, okay? So there's actually a wall there. That's fine. You guys are playing really safe right now, which is, it's okay.
I don't think we need to launch. This is free.
No. You absolutely do not need to launch.
This kid's boss.
Yeah, you
Never mind,
can't go
no,
height with
only 3
launch.
above.
So I think like the comms are so panicky. So like instead of like being so loud, I'm not sure who is talking. It looks like Benji's talking right now. He's really loud. Try to like calm it down a little bit, Benji. Really good. This is exactly what I was looking for.
I got his tags. We're above.
Good comms. Good stuff. Yeah, keep looking for this. Work these edits. Work these builds. Good stuff. Okay, you gotta get in some more. Keep tarping. You guys are doing great. You're doing great. I think right now you have 2 people working on the tarp, which is not really necessary. Maybe he ran over there to drop a mats or something, which would be totally fine. But right now you should have 2 people kind of looking for kills right now. But that's alright.
Get out.
So yeah, you guys have 2 people trying to tarp. So just figure it out with the team. Who tarps, who doesn't. You know, just communicate these roles.
On our back.
Okay, you guys are in the open. Weird. You should have mats.
I'm getting to.
Okay.
Look behind us.
It's actually really scary, but not a bad rotate at all. Okay, I would be a little less greedy with this rotate with mats, but that was not bad, guys. But yeah, make sure you know who's doing what. Play with your team right now. This is a little crazy.
I'm on you. I have 570 mats.
You guys are rotating the wrong way right now. Unless you're padding. Yeah, he's launching. He wants to launch. Yeah. See, okay, so humongous problem with you guys right now. You have 2 people that want to tarp and 2 people that want to call, and you're running into conflict. Okay, it's the biggest issue I'm seeing right now. Okay, so you need to have 1 guy tarping and 1 guy making these launchpad calls, and the guy tarping needs to have the launch pad. Okay, so right there, that was a great opportunity to launch. I think if you would have taken that launch pad, it would have been perfect. I think that was a great call by Benji. Okay, you just need to really separate these 2 roles from like a support player to the IGL. Okay, and the IGL is the guy that is going to be tarping and the one that's going to be calling the launch pads. Okay, the support player supports the guy that's going to find the most kills, the crazy clicks type player. You know what I mean? So you guys need to really make these roles clear, okay? It'll help you guys a ton. You won't run into these type of problems, alright?
Right here. Just fucking... You gotta place it. Just go right here.
Okay.
Dead.
Okay. So,
Just fucking...
panic, right? Big panic mode. At this point, you cannot call the pad. It has to be the guy with the pad to call it. And you can talk about it after the game if he doesn't use it. But right now, it's only on him to call the pad. He probably felt pressured by you saying pad. You know, like, that's what kind of scuffs this pad. So, really try to figure out these roles in the comms, okay, guys?
Place it. Just go right here.
Okay, place it, but he gets scuffed. And we see 1 guy out in the open. Get the kill. Good. Build yourself safe.
Get that. Thank you. I'm targeting.
Okay, you're targeting now.
I wasted a lot of mats. Oh shit. Sorry.
Come here.
Yeah, the comms need work. Comms need work. It just feels too crazy all the time. Also, you guys are playing a really dangerous game. Go ahead and put ramps against these walls right here, you know? They could just edit open 1 pump any of you guys. Yeah, you're like running towards builds, actually. This is really weird. Just stay on the opposite side of this wooden wall right now instead of next to this stuff. So get away if you can, but good wood ramps right now by the guy in front.
And you get in here.
But yeah, you guys need rules big time, because it's like he's typing, you're typing, the other guy's typing, and it's just a little weird, okay?
Here.
It'll help you guys a lot in the long run. It'll keep things more consistent, I guess is the way I could put it. And consistency is key, so.
Yo, it goes south. Benji.
Holy shit.
Okay, you guys got back together again. This is fine. You should be, okay, so at this point, we're communicating mats, and that's pretty much it, okay? So team comms are only about mats, how we're going to continue tarping, and then everything else is info in the lobby, okay? There should be no random calls at this point. Whenever you guys VOD you need to listen to the comms, figure out what's useful, what's not, what you can keep calling, what you can cut out, okay? Okay, so you guys are together besides 1 guy still.
Me and Benji are together.
I don't know if he didn't have mats, but he like never got with you guys, or you guys never went to him. Either way, that was number one priority for a while, was getting him back to you guys. So big mistake from the team there.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Yep.
Okay, this is good at it.
Oh, lasered, 80.
You don't even need to worry about it. Can communicate mats if you guys are running low.
I'm 400.
But I mean, right now you're chilling. 10 people left. Not a bad game so far. Okay.
Oh, shit.
We're in.
Kids on it. Bottom. Yo, I think we could drop here. Shit on this kid. You want it?
No. Do not drop. It's back. We're chilling.
Yeah. Amazing comms from Benji right there. Amazing comms. You don't want to drop too early right there. You want to see zone, then to make a decision.
Benji.
Great comms from Benji, to be honest.
No, go out.
Go out.
Okay. So I don't think Benji has mats.
One more shot.
Dead. I have mats.
Benji needs to call there's somebody on him. Keep playing together. Don't play solo right now. There's no reason to. Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to find it, dude.
Yeah. Things are super panicky like all the time. Just whenever, like, let's say you're the third guy that's dead right now. Like, try to really calm the guys that are alive down, because you guys seem really, really panicky. Just like chill, play together. It's just another Fortnite game, you know. How many games of Fortnite have you played?
21.
Nice. Yeah. See, this is great. You guys are playing like literally right next to each other right now, which is perfect. You have mats. You can easily win this game. Just continue to play together. Yeah, you could have tried to run out there, but you could have gone just when you got the kill. It's all good. So you really don't need to go up. I think just staying low ground right now would be totally fine. That way you don't get sandwiched at all or anything, and you have a lot of mats. So yeah, unfortunately the VOD ends right there, but hopefully that helps a lot. Your guys' biggest issue is just team coordination. So the biggest thing, I'm just gonna do this so it doesn't update. The biggest thing I can recommend for you guys is setting those roles, reviewing your games, and talking about comms. Okay, so when you guys are talking about roles, really discuss who the IGL / Tarper / Launchpad is going to be. That's one of the biggest things right now. Okay, I also want you guys to really find another loot path. Okay, so you guys have a good material loot path where you go from your drop spot to Loot Lake, or what is it called? What is the place called? Whatever, the city that you guys rotated to. It's a good rotation for mats, not necessarily actually loot. So you need to think about maybe going for those fish opportunities I was talking about before. This way you can go for harpoons. This way you can go for better loadouts. Or if there's more broken down buildings next to you, you could go towards. Like you could even play that South Shore depending on the zones, something like that. You guys need to figure out another loot path that's based off of loadout instead of just materials. Okay, that's the biggest thing for early game is just after your initial drop, after you've looted pretty much all the buildings you're gonna loot. Do I need mats or do I need a better loadout? And that's what your next rotation is. Obviously, you guys play zone rules, so you're gonna go like you're not gonna worry about mats at all. You're gonna get it on the way in every single time. But zone rules is a good way to find these other loot paths, find these houses that are never gonna be touched. You know, random chests here and there that add up. So really think about that loot path, or those type of loot paths, and the roles and the communication. Those are the biggest things that I think can help you guys win more games. You guys play well. I like so Benji's calls are usually really good. They're just loud, a little panicky. So I think if I was to put anything into perspective, I would maybe have Benji IGL builds. You can be the fragger, and then the third guy, what was his name? David with an A. David. He could be like the support player. Okay. So, and really think about the late game calm so things don't feel as cluttered and crazy, so you can actually play with like a calm head instead of just like spazzing out all the time. Hopefully that helps you guys. Hopefully you improve. I'm looking forward to you guys' next VOD review, and have a good one, alright? Peace, guys.